Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Two Guys in the Store. This week it's going to be a little bit different. I know I'm usually back in the background, a little bit of Brian, but this week it's just going to be Resource and the Vampire. It's going to be a very interesting episode. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Vampire.
Yep, I am back. I know you all love me so much. Oh, I hate everybody.
Alright, so as I said, this week is going to be kind of different. At first, we're going to do a bit of something new. We're going to do a weed review. Both of us do like to partake. No smoking is going to happen on film or anything like that. As of yet, if you guys like this type of thing, maybe we at some point we might do a little bit of smoking and do a video and have fun while high and laugh at stupid jokes.
I want to get fucking blazed on the friggin' podcast.
Oh, see, exactly. We'll fucking smoke up. It'll be great. I mean, I have a gas mask that we can use if that's something that people want to see, or at least hear about.
I am not touching that gas mask.
Oh,
if I go near that, I would lose my fucking mind.
the man, I've seen him T-pose in the middle of a room for like 10 minutes. It's great. It's hilarious. I'm sorry to say, but no. This time, I have a nice little weed journal. We're gonna go over a couple of different strains that I've smoked. Have fun with that, and then at the end, maybe do a little bit of horror stories of retail. See where the night takes us. We don't really know yet.
Hey, just a heads up for all you weirdos out there that actually believe in cancel culture. We live in a state where weed is legal.
Yeah, that was
recreational use.
Probably a little bit of good thing to throw in there.
Just trying to cover our bases there.
Anyway, let's start. So the first one we're gonna go with is one called Goji Oji, and oh god, I mean, I gotta make the dumbass joke. So all these strains I'm gonna talk about, I actually got from a dispensary. I'm not gonna name names, just due to copyright issues. I don't want to get any type of that trouble. It's too much of a fucking headache. Anyway, this is a great hybrid. I mean, it's uplifting. It's honestly, first time I smoked it, I felt very airy and floaty. Even I was like, God damn, I am up. I don't know if anybody's you ever have one of those dreams and they make fun of it on TV all the time, where it's just like, I'm flying. It's just the guy has his arms out, he's just air blowing his face. It felt like that. It was great.
It's like we're going on a trip and we're getting fucking blitzed, getting super high.
It was honestly a very good green, firm but nice and fluffy bud. Honestly, had a great time when I smoked it out of a bong. It was peppery, however, when ground, and even more so when smoked, it had a very nice hint of pine, which when you get peppery, you're not expecting pine. It was actually a very weird combination.
What was it, peppery? Pepper?
Yeah, ground black pepper. Another one that's really like that is Jack Herr. Jose at work used to do that one. Like, he really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I did it out of a bong, my usual thing of choice. I'm not much of a joint guy. It's just I don't want to buy papers all the time.
I prefer joints and bowls. I can do like one hit off a bong, and as I said, if I do a gas mask, I'm gonna die.
I've never seen this man do a bong. Or I have seen him do the one bong rip, but other than that, oh god, no. Bowl is the way to go with this kiddo. Even on a bowl, like I said, just T-poses straight in the middle of the room. Oh, hilarious. Anyway, so to go on, some of the effects were just, for a hybrid, it was very relaxed, mellow, and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I was flying high, but it was a very cushy cloud to be sitting on. Yeah. Not a good amount of couch lock. I wasn't running around balls to walls. I was playing a lot of Xbox and stuff like that. But other than that, very nice ride. I definitely give that like a 4.5 out of 5. The THC content was pretty high too. It was a nice 24%. I mean, nothing extremely high, but for bud, that's pretty good. Anyway, we'll move on. Next we got Gorilla Glue number 4, sometimes simply known as GG number 4.
Yeah. I mean, are there different types of Gorilla Glue, or?
Actually, I think there are. I think it's number 4. One, 2, 3. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
I don't remember if there were or weren't, but I was at a party one time and I smoked Gorilla Glue. Very good choice. Very good choice.
Well, so, I say you might want to try it tonight then, because it might be the same. I really don't know. It's another hybrid. I actually did get all these at the same place. If anybody cares about that. It was pretty green, nice light orange in there, nice little hints. It had very good trichomes on it. The nugs, they were small but hard. I mean, I did buy it in a smaller quantity, so they did kind of jib me on that, I think, a little bit. But it was honestly a good high. I got a good amount out of it. It was just the only really flavor or aroma I actually really got out of it was just woody. It was just a very, regular weed, I guess, if that's the best way to put it.
Standard issue.
Yeah. Again, out of the bong, all that sort of stuff. This one got me some good fucking couch luck. I could feel myself melting a little bit into the couch. It was nice.
You were like butter on a baked potato, boy.
I was about to say, just like fucking butter. Oh, I was actually weirdly talkative. Unfortunately, me and Brian, not unfortunately this part, but me and Brian are usually talking on a party, playing games, whatever. That night, we weren't chit-chatting, and I was kind of disappointed because I was sitting there the whole time like, wow, I could really go for a nice conversation right now.
I love how anytime I go on a trip or I'm about to go on a trip, I just start, getting fucking silent, and then you're just like, you okay over there, boy?
Well, he has a weird, not weird, but when you smoke and hang out with friends and stuff like that for long enough, you start to notice different people's tics or whatever they have. And when he'll start to panic, he does have a specific breathing thing that he does do that I just have started to pick up on, and I'd rather make sure you're okay.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
This one I'd say a little bit weaker than the Goji, but still well worth the money. I don't know about dispensary money, but I definitely pay a nice street price on that. I'd say 3.5 to 4 stars on that one, just because the couch luck wasn't an issue, but it did get a little bit like, oh god, I want to play a new game and I don't want to get the fuck up. That type of thing.
To take a quick side note, you want to know what a friggin' strain that would be 0 stars, at least in my book? A Ghost Train Haze.
I love that.
I took 2 or 3 hits out of a friggin' bowl from that, and it was all aboard, motherfucker.
So, yes. So, for me, it was a very, very good strain. However, for you, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, he ain't a very... So, I'm a decent
He's
smoker.
a professional.
Once a night, every night type
He's a
of guy.
professional.
It helps my anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and stuff like that. For him, it helps with the anxiety a little bit. He likes CBD a bit more for that. But he's a bit of a lightweight. But I will give you credit on the Ghost Train Haze because I remember it pretty vividly. Because I'm sorry, it was fucking funny as shit. Because this is that time I keep telling about when you were T-posing. Yes, it was only 3 hits off the bowl, but they were some
good
impressive ones.
Yeah.
I gotta give it.
And you were you were like, boy, do you want to keep doing this? And I'm like, resource, stop.
There was one time where we went out for a second bowl, and I'm sitting there just chugga choo choo on the fucking bong, and he brought out his bowl. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. Yes, this is what weed does to you kids. Don't join. No, I had brought out the bowl for the second pack, and I'm like, hey, you want in on this? And he's just, do you know what happened on the first bowl? I am good, sir. I'm like, you know what? You're right. Start fucking laughing. Oh, it was great. So this next one, I don't know if it's just my app because I'm a dumbass or what have you, I haven't been able to find it on Leafly since the dispensary I took it to, or not took it to, got it from, took it off like their site. But this one's called Varnish Vapors. It's very good. This one's actually an indica instead of a hybrid. It was again small compact buds. I bought it again in a smaller dose, kind of like the Gorilla Glue. I bought a nice eighth of the Goji. But anyway, it was a very nice dark green with some more orange patches, all that sort of stuff. This one was earthy, but had a very strong lemon, which I haven't had in a very long time. Usually, you only get those with ones that actually have lemon in the name. So I was shocked.
I do enjoy some good lemon.
It was a very nice high. It was one of those. It wasn't couch lock, but it was definitely brain lock. Like, I was definitely thinking a lot the whole time. Like, I didn't do a lot of whole movement. It was a very heavy indica, which was very nice. I actually slept for like a good nice 10 hours that night. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, you were like brain stew. No rests or cross stops in my mind. On my own, here we go.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. Just enjoyed some. I actually played some zombies that night. Enjoyed some nice tunes. It was a good night. It was a very good high. Very good everything. It worked out very good. It was actually a lot lower in THC compared to the other two. I'm actually sorry about that. Gorilla Glue, by the way, if anybody was curious, I know I said the one for the Goji, but the Gorilla Glue was actually only 21%, but it had a very nice impact. However, the Varnish Vapors, like I said, this very heavy indica only had 18% THC, which, like I said, for such a heavy, I don't know, relaxation-inducing one, I was kind of shocked about how low it was. I guess, like, as we all know with indicas and stuff like that, it's just very sedating. And now I like to mix, and I don't have one written down for for one of the ones that I mixed in, but I mixed together, Lilac Diesel and Goji OG. Lilac Diesel is another hybrid. Again, I got them all from the same place. It actually is very similar to the Goji, maybe a little bit more uplifting, that type of thing. But other than that, more or less the same impact too. So I figured they'd mix together very well, have a lot of fun with it. Like I said, it's a mix, so I made my own name. I went with just Goji Diesel. I didn't see anything else on that, and figured it was a nice name. It was a pretty good mixture. Like, I know I know you don't like to mix a lot, but you'd probably enjoy it, weirdly enough, just because it was interesting. Is unfortunately really the only best way that I can put it. Like, I actually even forgot to write shit down about it.
God.
Yeah, it was great. But yeah, I definitely recommend it in any case, because I mean, mixing weed is fun. Because yeah, like, say you already have a hybrid. What's to say two different hybrids mixed together are gonna do? Who knows? And I mean, like, let's say you mix together an indica, like, say you got Varnish Vapors and Blue Dream. Like, oh my, Varnish Blue Dream, oh my god, that'd be fucking fantastic. I love Blue Dream, that one's fucking great.
Yeah.
That mixed with Pineapple Express, whew, 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 whew. That'll get you fucking going.
Oh, absolutely. One of my favorite strains is Chocolate OG, because whenever me and Resource smoke it, it's friggin', we'll laugh at literally anything. There's been times where for like a half of a friggin' hour, all we would do is laugh at anything we said or anything that happened.
Oh, it was fantastic. I think, honestly, so not even high-wise, like just how high I got or anything like that, just the feeling in general, I probably do have to agree with him. That's probably the best that I've gotten, just because, like he said, it was just such a nice stress reducer, just laughing for that long. Oh, it was fantastic. I'm actually kind of shocked we didn't wake up my parents.
Yeah.
But so if, Vampire, I don't know if you got anything, but if you want, we can go into a little bit of a horror stories of retail. If you want to mix over into that a little bit.
Yeah, sure, why
Have
not?
a little bit of fun with that.
I do enjoy retail.
All right, so do you want to go first? If you got anything lined up, I got a little bit of something. If you
Well, I mean, I work the night shift, as the name fucking implies. And just the other day, I had this one moron who thought that he could pass a fake $50 bill on me. And I'm like,
come on.
I've been around the way. I know how to spot a real bill from a fake bill. And it doesn't help that this isn't even a good fake. It says for motion picture purposes. Bill's a fucking movie prop.
You gotta give some people credit nowadays, especially with Corona, because so yeah, it says that on it and stuff like that. But not a lot of people check. You really wouldn't believe how many people just right into the drawer. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I'm paranoid. It's like I don't care who you are. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you're a regular or not. If you pay with a 50 or 100, you better believe every single time it's going to get scanned. It's going to get penned. It's going to get felt up.
Unfortunately, at my new job, it's just a burger joint, all that sort of stuff. Like, I believe we've mentioned before, I used to work with the vampire at a gas station. Nobody at my new job knew how to check bills at all. We don't have a counterfeit pen or anything like that. Weirdly enough, they just throw hundreds in the drawer and call it a day. And I'm just like, no. Okay, here's how you feel for the areas. You look it up at the light. Just these very simple things, because unfortunately that's something that they do take out of your pay. If you do take that bill, it's kind of on your end. You should have known. And unfortunately, apparently the company just doesn't provide training on that, which I think is kind of bullshit when everybody's expected to handle the register at some point during the night.
You need to understand, though, at your new job, the friggin' manager gets high in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And then she has the audacity to say that you're a useless piece of shit.
Oh boy, fucking. I don't even know if I want to go into that for this video, because I'm just going to sit there and get pissed. Well, it's one of those things, it's a little fresh, you know?
Yeah, we'll save that for another episode. But anyways, back to the fucking fake $50 bill. I'm checking this bitch, and even the serial number and the series year are the same. I'm looking at this bill, and I'm like, this isn't just a fake $50 bill. This is the same fake $50 bill from 2 months ago. I don't even know if I mentioned it on the last episode I was in.
I think you might have, because I do remember. I know you had mentioned it to me at least on like you said. I don't know if you said on the last video. You had mentioned it to me at least, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think I have a good theory on that's not exactly the same bill, but I'm sure.
I know, because criminals who do counterfeit bills, criminals in general are just usually not the smartest people. But especially in this case, they leave out those little details. They actually think people aren't going to notice serial numbers or whatnot, but I sure as hell noticed.
Well, it's one of those things, like, they probably are working, like I said, my theory, they're probably working off of, like, one bill in particular, and they're just kind of cloning it, per se, and trying to pass it off.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, motion picture bills, I mean, those have got to be, I mean, especially in this area of the world, it's got to be somewhat difficult to come by.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, they really can't have that many to work with.
Yeah.
If you're going to use counterfeit bills, you're not going to obviously want to use real money.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going to want to have quite a few of them.
Exactly. Just some notes for the boys and girls at home. If you ever want to catch the signs of someone trying to pass off a fake bill, usually they're going to buy a lot of shit. Or, if they don't buy a lot of shit, they're going to mention, oh, I don't need to spend this whole bill, or I really need to get some change back, because that's because they're trying to screw you over. They either want to get every little last penny out of you for free shit when you take that bill, or they want to get change back, so they give you fake money, and they get real money.
Oh, yeah. Everybody thinks gas stations are like banks, and unfortunately gas stations, convenience stores and stuff like that, we do have a set till amount we're really only supposed to go to. Unfortunately, at my old store where Vampire still works, it used to be a fairly loose thing, it wasn't an issue per se, but security wise, it's a bit negotiable, but I digress. But then, before I left, they actually dropped it down to $3.50, which for a drawer where they do lottery, all that sort of stuff, that's pretty fucking low. And so when you have people trying to come in all the time with hundreds and then pay for 2 bottles of water, which is on sale for $1 each, I mean, it's kind of at the point like, dude, you need to buy more. Especially, like, I don't know how much you dealt with this vampire, but I used to do night shift, and they'd come in 2 in the morning when I have had no customers have that base 350 in the register. Oh, hey, I'm gonna buy this bar candy. Can you trade in 100? Hell no, I can't. What the fuck are you on?
Yeah, no kidding.
You're gonna try to drop me literally $100, especially when we know lottery people. Right when it opens up, 5 a.m. crack of dawn. Ooh, hold on, I gotta come in and put in my $500 winner so I can go scratch off some more. It's fucking ridiculous. Like the vampire said, the audacity of these people. It just gets me sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. One of my favorites, and this is because at the store I work at, whenever we make change, we always make change down. And what I mean by that is if you give me $100 bill, I'll give it back to you in 20s, I'll give it back in 10s, I'll give it back in fucking rolls of pennies if you want. But you're getting smaller denominations. You are never, ever, ever going to give me like 5 20s and say, hey, I need a $100 bill. Because by policy, as soon as I get a big bill like a 50 or 100, that's got to go right in the safe, baby.
Well, it's one of those things. It is really more or less of a safety thing. If people see you constantly dropping those big bills and stuff like that, and the boss does want you to do it right in front of the customers, kind of to more or less say, hey, there's nothing really good in here. It's just one of those things, like, it is a very good deterrent. And really, the only time we were ever robbed, per se, while I was there, it wasn't even for the cash.
Yeah.
Dude swiped a pack of cigarettes and fucking booked it in the pouring rain. And that was pretty much the end of it.
Basically, we just stress the point that if you try to stick up this place, you're going to be Bubba's bitch for maybe like a $5 bill. Not worth it.
Yeah, no, not at all. And nothing else in the store is really worth it. I mean, we got candy bars, food, and stuff like that. Yeah, you can get some scratch tickets, but, I mean, you ain't gonna win, because I really hate to put the downer on any type of gamblers out there, but fuck, man, you gotta quit. It's just not worth it. I mean, the amount... Even 2 years ago, yeah, it might have been worth it and stuff like that. We were seeing a really good, decent amount of, like, $500, $100 winners come in and stuff like that. But these past couple of years before I left the gas station, I don't know about you, but I really noticed a very steep drop in high money winners, Like, I mean, yeah, if you're a ticket chaser, you're obviously going to come out with something at the end. But how much are you going to have to put in to get that something out of it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
But that's because the lottery's a scam. And I hate to say it, but anybody with any sort of knowledge in mathematics and probability should understand that the lottery is a major scam. Probably the worst scam you can ever fall for. The lottery is a game that I've been telling customers, it is a game that you lose or you win, but you still lose. Because it's often a game where you have to spend $100 to, win $10. And especially with the friggin' Powerball, you may win, $1 billion, but after taxes and whatnot, you're lucky to see like 400 million. Now, I'll be the first to say that I'll definitely take the 400 million. I'm not trying to sound greedy here or anything, but it's not even half of the advertised prize. If anybody other than the state were to say, hey, I'm only going to give you like 40% of what I advertise, they'd get sued.
It's just... I understand how they get away with it, because, like we said, unfortunately, and we're not out here to, like, yes, it is kind of funny, people gambling and stuff like that, but unfortunately, it really does kind of come down to a lot of people don't know really how bad their chances are. And neither one of us is really claiming to be a math whiz. I mean, the vampire used to tutor me in high school, but he's pretty freaking good at math. But other than that, I mean, it is just kind of the simplicity of seeing, hey, I've sold 400 tickets today, and out of that, there was 25 winners. Yeah, 25 is a decent amount of winners, but out of 400, hell no. That's like, what, 1 in, like, 20?
Oh, yeah.
That's just not. No, not 20. Look, again, not math whizzes. But my point's kind of across at this point.
I love watching YouTube videos and friggin' reading websites that show all the different bullshit ways you can die, and yet the probability is still far, far greater than winning the jackpot on Powerball or Mega Millions or any of those big lotteries.
Especially since the amount of people playing. When the amount of people playing versus the amount won is almost the same, you kind of know that it's not going to end well for you and stuff like that. The best way to do it, in my opinion, is probably to have some type of like office jackpot. Say everybody wants to play Powerball. If y'all go in it together and everybody pitches in, puts like $10 in, that's how you're going to do it. Because let's say you get 50 people together, y'all put $10 in, that's a $500 Powerball ticket, and you only put $10 in. However, you might win $400 million, and then you get to split that $400 million with 50 people, but you're still getting a cut out of that nice juicy $400 million.
Oh, yes.
And that's just something, yeah, some people do realize, but a lot of other people, it's just, gotta buy the scratchers, and it don't make any sense.
Getting back to probability, though, you are far more likely, and I can't stress this enough, you are far more likely to have to go to the emergency room because you have a pogo stick lodged up your ass than you are for winning Powerball.
I gotta be honest, I feel like you've done some sort of research on that.
Not intentional.
How long were you in the emergency room? So we're actually gonna go to talking about my work for a minute, because there's just something that I don't grasp, and it's happened a few times where people have been intoxicated, but by and large, it's weirdly when people are sober. People can order online and call the store and stuff like that to order the food, as with a lot of takeout places and stuff like that. But we're a chain restaurant with a lot of different locations and stuff like that. And my question is, why don't people check locations before they order? Because there have been so many times where people have ordered online and they'll just straight up come to the store and it'll be a store that they've ordered to 2 towns over. And I'm just, or it'll be, we'll get an online order for food and nobody ever shows up to pick it up because they ordered it to a different store. And it's just mind-boggling because these people, like, online especially, not over the phone, but online, these people have paid for this food already.
Yeah.
And they didn't even bother to check where they're ordering it to. It's like, god damn.
Not to mention online, you can actually like see where you're supposed to pick it up and whatnot.
Oh yeah, they give like most. I believe the website actually does put on that like little GPS thing, like this is where it is, and it's just one of those things. It's just mind-boggling how dumb people can be with their money, ordering food and just okay. I mean, there was like one stone kid that actually came in. It was fucking hilarious. He comes in and goes, "Oh, we just ordered food a couple minutes ago online," and no tickets had come in like 10 minutes, and we're like, "No, you didn't," and he's just like very adamant, "Yes, we did. Yes, we did." Blah 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 blah. And we're like, "I'm sorry, but we have no records of that. You can reorder here if you want," all that sort of stuff. And he was high, so he didn't get belligerent. It was more or less, oh, okay. Went back out to the car, came back in a couple minutes later. It turns out they ordered like 2 or 3 towns over. And I'm just like, all right, you're high. I can understand it with you, but I'm like, this happens so often. Yeah. And we're like, so you're gonna go get your food there? And he's like, no, we'll just reorder here. And we're just like, why? All right, I guess we'll take your money twice, you dumbass. And it's just, it's one of those things, like, I feel bad, but at the same time, when you're that stubborn, C'est la vie. There's not much you can do about that. But
Man.
anyway, I think we're coming to the close for this video tonight. I believe we're gonna be doing some type of double header soon with a couple of videos going up because I know Jeremy had forgotten to upload last week or one of the weeks. I don't know when this particular video is gonna be uploaded, but yeah, I believe he forgot. So we're gonna probably have a double header where a couple of videos are gonna come out at the same time. And yeah, we'll see you next time we see you. The season's going to be coming out to a close. We're going to do one more big episode with me, Brian. We might be able to get the vampire on.
Please, I want to be on that.
Well, we'll do our
Season
best.
finale, come on.
But other than that,
Get GB.
we'll catch you next time, folks. Thanks for watching.